Gladiator Arena, Los Angeles, California, and today the stakes are higher. Today the second round begins, and the Gladiators mean business.
The Samuel Goldwyn Company presents the American Gladiators.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Adamley along with Larry Zonko. We're not going to waste any time because the Gladiators don't believe in that. We're going to go right to our first event, the Joust. Which of the contenders piques your interest, Larry?
I like Melissa Liberman, the cop from Syracuse. She's kind of a female answer to an NFL power running back. She's small and powerful.
She's also getting a second chance, Larry. She lost to Cheryl Wilson in the prelims, but gets that second chance because of an injury to Carolyn Dean. However, up first, she has to go against the mighty Storm in the Joust. Again, they've got 30 seconds to knock the Gladiator off the platform. If the contender can do that, it's worth 10 points.
Nice, now she's got to come back. Oh, and she gets that free. Oh, Melissa.
She ducked, she countered, but she forgot to hold on to her stick. She did not go easy. She died hard. As a result, no points there. An 8-second knockout. Actually, we're going to have to call that a TKO for Storm.
Great overhand smash and then a push. Just had Storm right on the edge, but couldn't deliver any kind of blow to sweep her off. And, of course, Storm coming back and knocking the pugil stick from Melissa's hand.
And once Storm gets a contender on her knees, the rest is easy. Well, Katy Ramsey now will get her shot. 22 years old, a sales clerk from Davis, California, pursuing a career in firefighting. To get to the second round, she beat Charisse Traylor in the prelims. Katy, an excellent all-around athlete. Storm may have banged herself up a bit in that battle against Melissa Liberman, so Siren, who is undefeated in the Joust, has taken her place.
On guard!
30 seconds to time limit. A knockout worth 10 points. Katy Ramsey on the attack. Here's a gal. Katy Ramsey, who between her junior and senior year in high school went through Army basic training. She had some pugil stick work there, I'm sure, and it paid off.
Katy literally half the size of Siren, but look at the blows she's delivering on Siren. Siren literally has to stand up and get free of that barrage of blows. When she does, she loses her balance. Off she goes, and this is one disappointed Gladiator.
Kevin Weber now will start things off for the men. 31 years old from Naperville, Illinois. A fine collegiate wrestler while at the University of Indiana. A tough customer. He beat Michael Colson in the prelims to get to the second round. Unfortunately for Kevin, he draws Tower, who is undefeated in this event. And Tower wailing away. Easy pickings. Kevin Weber giving away about 95 pounds. No match for Tower.
Tower just takes the wind out of Kevin's sails in a hurry. Just a couple of jabs and then those overhand smashes, and down to the mat he goes. Kevin's got a great sense of humor that he displays often around here, but Tower has the punchline.
And then some. No points for Kevin Weber. Now a look at Jason Yao, 26 years old, from Miami, Florida. He's a banker with the Barnett Banks down in Miami. A high school MVP in wrestling and football at Archbishop Curley High School down in Miami. Excellent, excellent athlete. Tower again, the man with the plan.
Watch Jason, good wide stance. He's a good blocker. Those are heavy smashes by Tower, but Jason returning some.
His nickname, the Dragon fighting back, but now the Dragon goes down.
Once Tower gets that advantage of where he can swing from above his waist down on you, there's just, well, that's the end of it.
Jason was actually doing pretty well when he was standing upright, going toe-to-toe with Tower. But once he got hit with that overhand smash and dropped down, well, he just never could regain his balance after that.
So Kevin and Jason walk away with no points in the Joust. And Tower, with experience and power on his side, remains undefeated. Quickly we go to human cannonball. Our women will start things off. Katy Ramsey enjoying a 10-point lead on Melissa Liberman. After one event, the Syracuse police officer will try to get back in the hunt. One of our Gladiators who will be trying to hold her ground, Sky, as we look at Katy Ramsey now. Sky will be joined by Zap. Again, contenders given 2 swings, each successful swing worth 5 points. Melissa draws Sky, Katy gets Zap.
Melissa getting the good tuck, but not the good swing.
Tell you what, Zap does a complete 360 up there to hold her balance. Watch here as Katy goes flying into her.
She almost looks like a discus thrower in the circle, the way that she spins around so hard. For a moment, I thought she injured her ankle, but evidently not. Katy delivered a great blow for such a tiny person.
Second swing now, and they'll flip-flop Gladiators. Melissa will try her hand with Zap, and Katy will get Sky. Again, the contenders have momentum on their side, but it doesn't pay off. Zap and Sky hold their ground one more time.
Well, the contenders are shaking hands, but they come away a little disillusioned. Our Gladiators, almost in unison, ward off all that momentum of our 2 contenders. Zap, again, doing that spin move. She may perfect that.
On to the men we go. Jason and Yao and Kevin Weber have yet to get on the scoreboard. Tower, one of the Gladiators who will try to stay up there. Kevin Weber found out what Tower was like in the Joust. Now he'll try his hand with Viper here in Human Cannonball, the first of 2 swings.
Both our contenders get pretty good swings. Tower very close to coming off. Throws that leg up almost like a shot putter. Regains his balance and stays on the platform.
Again, we can't emphasize enough how much at a disadvantage the Gladiators are here. Tower missed Jason with his pad and caught the full brunt of his power with his chin, but he stayed up there.
He took a shot. That was like a heavyweight fighter. His head snapped back. Well, we'll see if his mind's clear now. Swing number 2.
This time, Kevin will get Tower and Jason draws Viper. Let's see what they can do. And that time, Tower goes, and so does Viper at the last second. I thought they were going to hang on there for a second. Both men get 5 points. They're on the scoreboard.
Our contenders delivering the double whammy. Mike here does a good job of doubling up. Gets underneath Tower. And off he goes.
Watch Jason here, that nice tight tuck, face of determination. Viper trying to hold his ground, but Jason gets just a bit lower, gets underneath Viper's pad, and down he goes.
Viper, knowing he made a mistake, turned his shoulder a little bit right at impact.
Well, stay with us because Hang Tough is next. Event number 3 here in the second round matchup. It's Hang Tough, our ring game. You're looking at the grid of 55 rings that our contenders will have to swing across. They'll try to get over to our Gladiators platform. Laser stretching out those mighty arms of his. Kevin Weber will be up first. He's currently tied with Jason Yao with 5 points. A renaissance man when it comes to athletics. He's tried just about everything. Here he is finishing the old-style marathon in Chicago several years ago. If the contender can make it across this grid in 60 seconds or less, it's worth 10 points. Kevin lasted 47 seconds against Tower in his preliminary round victory over Michael Colson. He looks real good. So does Laser. That's the big problem. Now crossing over to get away from Laser. Laser following his every move.
Laser just shadowed him right across. Kevin made a nice fake like he was going back. Lost Laser for a little bit, but now he's in trouble again.
20 seconds left on the clock.
Super move by Laser.
Oh, man.
What power Laser has in his upper body.
Once again proving why he is a lord on the rings.
Kevin actually doing a pretty good job. Unfortunately for him, he's up against one of the best, if not the best, in the rings, Laser. And once Laser gets those vice-like legs around you, well, it just spells disaster for any contender that finds himself in that unfortunate circumstance.
So Jason Yao will try his hand with laser.
Contender ready.
Trying to get a good grip on those rings. Laser waits for Jason to make the first move, and now he starts his attack. Jason now crossing over and trying to run away from Laser. Oh man, Laser throws caution to the wind when he's up there.
A couple of times Laser has looked away from the ring before he actually placed his hand into it. And keeping an eye on Jason. It could spell disaster for him.
Laser's in a real tailspin, like a
Whirling
fighter out of
British.
control.
Oh, no, that won't watch.
Yeah, that will not watch. Jason Yao is going to get 5 points. Laser inadvertently grabbed a hold of that antenna attached to the helmet cam on Jason Yao's protective headgear. Here's the ruling from Larry Thompson.
5-point disqualification against Laser. Grabbing the wire of the helmet cam. 5 points awarded to the contender, Jason Yao.
Well, desperate situations call for desperate measures. There is no question that Laser was in trouble here.
Well, Mikey's doing the whirly bird here. He's orbiting around Jason, looking for an opportunity to grab either another ring or Jason. The wire comes in handy, but our referee, Larry Thompson, is on top of the situation.
Well, one gladiator who is always on top of the situation in Hang Tough is Diamond. She is set to go against our first contender, Katy Ramsey.
I'm gonna lure her right into my trap.
Sounds like a good plan, Diamond. I'm sure Katy has other ideas.
Katy with a charge. She's not going to hang around and wait for that gladiator to come to her. She's heading right straight down the course. That's good upper body strength, Mike.
Whoa!
Gotta watch that timing, though. Now she has to watch Diamond.
So smooth Diamond is on those rings. She just kind of quietly glided in behind Katy, and now she's got her all wrapped up, and down they go. Diamond makes good on her promise to lure Katy into her trap.
I think Katy's quite good at this event. It's just a matter that she's a little intimidated by Diamond's presence. She loses her concentration a little bit, almost comes off the rings on her own accord, regains her composure a little bit, but that's when Diamond is closing in. Now, the thing about Diamond is that she makes this event look so easy. She's so graceful, so strong, so adept at this event that it just flat looks simple.
Well, Diamond will go at it one more time, this time against Melissa Liberman. Gritty, tough, competitive. Her motto, no retreat, no surrender.
Right?
Facing a gladiator is tough, but facing Melissa at her day job could be even tougher.
Found weapon on the street, one of the many weapons people usually keep. Gun amnesty.
Melissa is a police officer for the Syracuse, New York Police Department.
I wanted to make a difference, and my belief is that one person can make a difference, and every day I go out there and strive to do that. I love my job.
5'4" and 135 pounds might sound small for a cop, but believe me, size is not an issue where Melissa is concerned.
I'm very honest with people. Some of the worst criminals know what respect is. And if you give them respect, they give it back to you. Any cop would be lying if they said they were never scared, because that's when you get hurt, when you're not scared.
So expect some surprises from one of Syracuse, New York's finest and proudest.
Pride, I think, makes a big difference.
She's got pride and she's got determination.
But so does Diamond, and this is her specialty, hang tough.
Gotta go.
Melissa having a little trouble with her grips. Hand grips.
Look at that face of determination.
Look at her. Look how much strength she has in her upper body. She takes off, but she runs out of rings.
Oh. Diamond's got a knee pad. Diamond's got a leg lock. Diamond's got a Melissa Liberman.
Well, obviously, there's some question whether that was a legal move or not. Let's see what Larry Thompson has to say.
We have the Gladiator Diamond who grabbed our contender's equipment, uniform, to pull her in. I am disqualifying Diamond. 5 points awarded to the contender. 5 points.
Oh, I've been a bad girl.
But she sure looks good doing it. She grabs Melissa Liberman's knee pad right there. Larry Thompson says that's a no-no. So Melissa's awarded 5 points.
And you can be sure after Diamond's no-no, Siren is ready to say yes, yes in Skytrack. Mike Adamley and Larry Zonka back with you at Gladiator Arena, ready now for event number 4, the mid-air suspense of Skytrack. And there's a look at our 7-ton course suspended from the arena ceiling, made up entirely of Velcro, where contenders will race back and forth in an attempt to beat our American Gladiator. In lane 1, it'll be Jason Yao. Lane 2, our Gladiator Laser. Lane 3, Kevin Weber. We mentioned that Kevin was an outstanding collegiate wrestler. He loves to live life to the fullest, loves to push the envelope. Here he is bungee jumping, and we asked Kevin what he enjoys most about risk-taking.
Going out there and taking some risk gives you the flavor of doing things that are part of being alive. To sit home in your house every day and not get out and do anything different, I don't think you're living that way.
Whoa.
Contender's mission to beat the Gladiator. The first man across who can do that will get 10 points if both men beat our American Gladiator. In this case, Laser, the second one across, will get 5 points. Laser, quick out of the box. And look at him use his legs, Larry.
He's maintaining his balance, slowing down into those curves so he doesn't spin out.
Laser, the first man to reach the red line at the turnaround point. That can be a problem sometimes, just making that move on that swivel. They're all locked in by swivels like human slot cars almost. Kevin Weber has made a move. He could make this close, but Laser down the final straightaway, pulling away a little bit. Will be Laser and Kevin Weber. Kevin Weber, the first contender across, will get 5 points. Both men exhausted, but crowd really pulling for Jason Yao. He is still out there on the Skytrack course alone.
Use your feet, Jason!
Some sage advice from Jason's girlfriend, Kim. Use those feet. He finally does, and he crosses the finish line.
There's one tired young man. I thought for a while we're going to have to get a tow rope and go get him. Laser, on the other hand, for a man that suffers from motion sickness, he doesn't let it slow him down one bit. Does a great job of utilizing feet and hands, executes the turnaround, has a little trouble with the light, so he's got a dig coming out of that hole. He does exactly that and finishes first.
Well, Zap will try to duplicate Laser's effort. Melissa Liberman will be in lane 1, Zap in lane 2, and Katy Ramsey in lane 3.
Contenders ready!
Look how Zap is so drawn up tight into a ball. Driving out with her feet, takes an early lead.
Katy gets hung up in that first turn. Melissa Liberman looking smooth, but right now it's Zap in the lead as they head for the turnaround. Zap increasing her lead. She pushes off first. Melissa and Katy side by side, but Melissa gets the jump as they head for home.
Melissa letting her feet hang now. She's going to start losing control.
Zap will win this one easily. Now the question, who's going to get the 5, Melissa or Katy? Here they come, Katy Ramsey. But it's Melissa Liberman edging Katy Ramsey out at the finish. She gets the 5.
How sticky is that Velcro? Take a look. There's Katy's glove. She came right out of it during the course of the competition.
Like throwing a shoe or blowing a tire. And this is how close the finish was. Melissa Liberman nipping Katy at the end. It's halftime here on the American Gladiators, and Larry, do we have a lot of 10s on the board? Everybody tied with 10.
I thought you were going to use that old phrase like in the NFL. It's a new ball game, guys. It's nobody's ball game because it's tied. I never felt that way in the locker room at halftime. I was always a little pained at halftime, and I think maybe some of our Gladiators are right now.
Well, certain to break that deadlock are our American Gladiators. One of them coming up to look forward to in the wall 2 events from now is Sky. Sky, we have changed the rules here a bit to make it tougher on you, unfortunately. A 15-second head start now for the contenders in the wall. How does that affect your climb?
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's very much needed. It'll make it more competitive. Give them a little more time to get a few more feet on the wall before we go rip them off.
No problem for you, right?
None at all.
We'll find out if Sky is true to her word next. 4 events down, 4 more to come. We start our second half with breakthrough and conquer. That's like throwing our contenders from the frying pan into the fire. Melissa Liberman up first. Right now, her and Katy Ramsey tied at 10 apiece. She gets Storm and breakthrough and Zap in the conquering.
And she's drawn 2 tough customers, Mike. Storm knows what she's doing in this breakthrough. Nice move by Melissa. Good
now
stiff
she's going to
arm.
try to power her way. Storm able to cut off the angle and knock her out of bounds. No points there in breakthrough.
Storm doing a good job not going for the fake. Now let's see if that little powerful body, Melissa, can overpower body of Zap. Ooh.
Oh, he flipped her over.
Back over bridge. Pretty gutty performance by Melissa.
Pretty brave one, too. Melissa literally pounces on Zap, wraps her arms around Zap's waist, knows that she can't push her out of the conquer ring, so she takes a big chance, does a back over bridge, and flipped Zap out.
Excellent work. Now, Katy Ramsey from Davis, California. We told you she's pursuing a firefighting career. She got tough for this event by going through Army basic training between her junior and senior years in high school. I don't know if that helmet fit too well, but it's paid dividends here.
Straight down the field. Oh, she tries a roll move. You can't do that with Storm. You have to utilize speed. You have to get Storm to commit one way or the other, then make the break. You can't just run into her and try to spin off.
Now Zap inside that conquer ring. You know Zap isn't going to let Katy tie her up. 6 seconds to go.
Katy going in too high.
Whoa. No points. And
Katy unable to get in at Zap's legs. Unable to get in low on her at all. Zap just driving her away. Here Zap gets underneath Katy, picks her up, and kind of body slams her right to the turf. That had to hurt.
Zap and Storm giving something for their male counterparts to shoot for. Viper will be inside the conquer ring, and Tower will be in breakthrough and conquer. Up first, Kevin Weber, who's currently tied at 10 with Jason Yao. Tower going about 265. Viper means business in that conquering. Let's see what happens.
Nice push by Tower. He timed it well, didn't go for the fake. Pushed him right out of bounds. Tower did not go for the fake. Let's see if Viper does.
In the prelims, Kevin had Viper. Was unable to take him out in that 15-second time limit. This should be Kevin's event, though, with that wrestling background. The referee, Larry Thompson. Look at that little bar arm. Well, Viper weathers the storm. The crowd not all that happy about the way he did it, however.
Kevin really having the upper hand during the course of the event, but you got to give credit where credit's due. Viper came through in the pinch.
In a wrestling match, Kevin might have gotten points for riding time, but not here in the conquer ring. On to Jason Yao we go. An outstanding football player and wrestler in high school back in Miami. He picked up the full 10 points in the preliminary Maybe one move too many there against Tower.
Absolutely. You can't have that many moves. You can't do a roll or a spin up close to the Gladiator. They're going to hit you and knock the ball out of your hands on top of it.
And you can see through Tower's helmet cam that he didn't bite any of those moves. Now Viper in the conquer ring.
Jason with a nice up fake, gets under Viper, and it works. Viper's mad because he went for that fake. He raised up, give Jason a shot, an opportunity to come underneath.
Jason Yao shooting the perfectly executed single leg takedown, lifted Viper up and drove him out. He gets the 5 and takes the lead after 5 events, 15-10. Our 32-foot wall awaits our 4 contenders, and there it is. It's our next event here in this second round competition. Jason Yao leading Kevin Weber 15-10. Saw that little Tasmanian devil tattooed to Kevin's shin. One of the many things this man does, and certainly something that should help him here in the wall, is rock climb. Even does it in the rain. Kevin will be followed up the wall by Saber. The calm before the storm.
I got the Montana Mountain Man climbing me, aren't I, Lev?
Swift, silent, and dangerous. Look out, baby. He's coming down.
Oh.
Well, Jason, you got that right. Laser loves this event. First man up in 60 seconds or less without being pulled off by the Gladiator can get 10 points. We're set to go.
15 seconds may add a little something to this race for Jason.
Again, the contenders selecting that middle section. Now they're moving outside, and here come the Gladiators. Jason Yao, something of a surprise.
He almost slipped off, made the wrong move. 2 more hand grips.
I think this is the event that Kevin penciled himself in for 10 points. He gets there, but who gets there first?
Look at that.
Jason Yao.
all of a sudden found the right grip and threw himself up over the wall.
Tough situation for our Gladiators. That 15-second head start makes for a lot of ground that they have to cover. You see our 2 contenders fairly 2/3 of the way up the wall before our Gladiators even start to close the gap. And here's Jason Yao hoisting himself up over the top with a little gusto, I might add.
And actually a surprising performance by both men, considering that this is an event, the wall is, where practice really makes perfect and they don't have that much chance to practice. Melissa Liberman looking at the task at hand. She has a 5-point lead on Katy Ramsey. Our police officer will be trailed by Zap. Katy will be followed by Sky. She of the giant wingspan. And Sky is the subject of our Ask a Gladiator segment. David Mashey from Tyson's Corner, Virginia writes, Dear Sky, if you compared yourself to a car, what kind would you be and why?
Okay, David, this is my favorite question because I'd be, and no one was able to guess this, a stretch limo. Power, just commanding presence, and just overwhelmingly just gorgeous vehicle.
And now let's see if that stretch limo can go from 0 to 32 feet in 6 seconds or less.
Ready?
Katy's got that long reach. It's got to help in the wall.
Both women have gone out and got themselves some climbing shoes, and here come the Gladiators.
Look at Melissa. She was doing really well going up that one side. Hit a bit of a stall now at that outcropping.
Zap closing in very close to Melissa Lieberman's heel, and matter of fact, she has a hold of the left heel. Katy Ramsey, she's up there. Katy Ramsey will get the 10 points as Melissa Liberman being brought back down to earth by Zap.
Double assist. Wow. Oh, I needed that. I needed that.
Katy's gain is Melissa's loss. As you see Melissa hitting a dead spot in the wall, seemingly stranded. That gives Zapp an opportunity to close the gap and get a hold of Melissa's ankle. But pulling Melissa off by the ankle is no easy deed. Here we take a look at it through Zapp's helmet cam. It takes a lot of strength and several tugs before Melissa finally comes loose from the wall.
Katy Ramsey had the lead after 4 events, lost it in breakthrough and conquer. Here's how she got it back. Good strong grip, good focus, good concentration, and she made it to the top for the 10 points. Well, she'll need plenty of concentration coming up next because event number 7 is crunch time. And today, our crunch time event, Powerball. Let's get physical. The battle cry here at Gladiator Arena. It is crunch time. Today's crunch time event, Powerball. Contenders have 45 seconds to score as many times as they can. Goals in the outer cylinder worth 3. A goal in that center cylinder worth 5. And Powerball brought to you by the Nintendo Entertainment Systems. Nintendo, now you're playing with power. Superpower. Jason with the 10-point lead. Crunch time, the last opportunity for our 2 contenders to pick up points before the Eliminator. For the Gladiators, it'll be Turbo, Tower, and Viper. 45 seconds to time limit. We're set to go.
Boom, both of our contenders thrown out of bounds kind of rudely.
Jason Yao with the outstretched arm past Turbo. Never say die. Kevin Weber calls himself the Tasmanian Devil and has one attached to tattooed to his lower leg. Jason also doing great work. He is flying.
Jason seizing the moment, seeing 2 gladiators concerned with the other contender, makes a nice move. That was not a power move through the middle of 2 gladiators. Not smart.
Power move by Kevin Weber that time. 7 seconds to go. Boy, these guys deserve a hearty congratulations. Talk about giving up the body there.
They were. It was crunch time. It's the name of the game.
Here Kevin putting a move on Turbo. Turbo's not going for it. Takes him down, but on the way down, Kevin manages to score the goal. Here he scores again, but he pays the price, crashing out of bounds.
Jason Yao trying to split the double team, and then Viper and Turbo team up on Kevin. He gets away, and he's going to try to power past Tower for that center cylinder, and does.
But again, pays the price as he meets up with a turf.
And Jason also scored in that outer cylinder there. The result, a well-played match by our 2 contenders. On to the women we go. Melissa Liberman trailing by 5. This is their last chance before the Eliminator to accrue some points. She is fun to look at as she gets ready against our 3 gladiators. This time around, it'll be Diamond, Storm, and Siren.
It's crunch time.
Oh, great move right off the bat.
Oh, Melissa.
Referee Larry Thompson has stopped play momentarily. I think Katy might be shaken up a bit. Looks to be okay.
I think maybe she had a little uniform problem there. I think she nearly lost her top.
Well, Diamond was draped all over her, and yeah, indeed, that's exactly what happened. So discretion prevails. Larry Thompson stops the match.
Here's Melissa's shot at the beginning of the game. She hung one right on the edge. And look at that, Siren just slapped it right out.
In any event, both women are set to go, and Katy looks to be okay. Her uniform back in place.
Contenders ready. Gladiators ready.
Katy Ramsey zipping by Siren. Melissa powering her way to another goal.
A nice move, double team. Melissa drives one in. Left it hanging on the edge of the rim. Look a little NBA action there.
15 seconds remaining.
Still
Oh, Katy's still alive. Diamond failed to finish her off in a very important 5 in that center cylinder.
Disqualification, Diamond to the throat. 6 seconds.
So Diamond gets thrown out of the contest, and now it'll be 2-on-2 for the remaining 6 seconds. Let's see what happened right there. Diamond goes a little bit high on Melissa Liberman.
You okay,
Heck, a lot high.
Melissa, you okay?
Melissa's shaking it off.
Gladiator, ready?
Diamond thrown out. Melissa Liberman saying yes, sir, to Larry Thompson when he asked her if she was okay.
Oh, Katy takes a shot at the hands of Storm.
And that is it. Let's total it up.
Crunch time.
Lived up to its name. Katy with 11 points, Melissa with 9. Here's how they did it.
Melissa with a nice move. Watch this. She gets one up on the rim of the goal. Look at it roll around there. Hangs for just a second and then falls in.
Next time around, Melissa tries her hand with Siren. In the Gladiators' defense, one of the reasons they were going high is Melissa's built so low to the ground.
Well, Diamond going up a little high on Katy right here. Could give Katy an A for persistence right here. She pulls away, comes out clean on the move, seizes the opportunity for that center goal.
Outcome still very much in doubt. The Eliminator will tell the tale. Here at Gladiator Arena, the semifinals await the winner of the Eliminator. Our women will start things off. And in just a few moments, all eyes will be on Katy Ramsey and Melissa Liberman. Katy currently has a 3.5-second head start over Melissa based on her performance in the previous 7 events. But don't count the Syracuse policewoman out. She is still mighty hungry. She's with Larry at the start line.
Melissa, with your police background, are you going to pretend just like you're trying to apprehend a criminal in this Eliminator?
Well, I don't know, Larry. I've always believed in the underdogs, and I've always had faith in the underdogs, so I guess right about now I'm the underdog and try to put my faith in myself.
Good enough. You're only an underdog by 3.5 seconds. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, Melissa's training as a police officer has taught her never say die. On course for the Gladiators underneath the penalty pit. There's Siren and Storm. And down that final straightaway, sometimes this spells real problems are for our contenders, the gauntlet. And there you see Diamond and Sky whipping it up. The Eliminator brought to you by Skittles Bite-Sized Candies, also in Wildberry, Tart and Tangy, and Tropical. Katy Ramsey gets the head start. Off she goes. Here comes Melissa. Katy Ramsey very smooth across that hand bike. And Melissa struggles. Down she goes. She'll be assessed a 10-second penalty. Meanwhile, Katy smoking that cargo net, so smooth and fluid. Already she's on the zip line. It would take a major miracle for Melissa Liberman to win. But this Eliminator final is all Katy Ramsey. She increases her lead over the final wall. Here she comes down the straightaway. Only those blocking dummies stand in her way. Nicely done. Easy does it over that final barrier. It's Katy Ramsey moving on to the semifinals.
Katy Ramsey, Mike Adamley's coined a word about you. He calls you smooth.
Thanks, Mike. Right now I feel a little nauseous, but excited.
Well, hey, you've been smooth all day long. You were smooth through the Eliminator, and it worked.
Yeah, it did. I hope next time it goes just as well.
All right, congratulations and welcome to the semifinals,
Thanks
gal.
a lot, Larry.
Katy Ramsey's time, incidentally, one of the best ones we've seen so far in the competition, 54-second. And it's going to be the sales clerk from Davis, California, who moves on. On the men's side, Jason Yao and Kevin Weber have been extremely competitive. Right now, Jason has the edge, an 11-point lead, and a 5.5-second head start. But this may be Kevin's best event. It's the Tasmanian Devil versus the Dragon.
One question for you. Will the Tasmanian Devil be able to capture the Dragon?
Well, 5.5 seconds isn't long unless you're an old, slow white guy. So I don't know.
Good luck.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Kevin Weber, the master of self-deprecation. He knows he has the right stuff to finish this Eliminator and possibly beat Jason Yao. There's Tower and Laser hamming it up underneath that hand bike and down the final straightaway. It's the gauntlet, and there's Saber and Viper. Once again, the deficit, Kevin has to make up 5 seconds. Jason Yao on the hand bike, pumping, pushing with both his arms and legs. Kevin Weber now has to come from behind. Kevin in his previous preliminary round, 49 seconds in the Eliminator. Jason Yao, 47 seconds. And now the cargo net. Jason struggling a bit. Kevin, oh, so much smoother. It's Kevin. They're going to reach the zip line at the same time. Here they go. Kevin Weber has taken the lead. The Tasmanian Devil over the Dragon. This is going to be close. Who gets over the wall first? Kevin Weber over the final hurdle. He looks quickly over his shoulder. It's Kevin Weber moving on to the semifinals in one of the best Eliminators we have ever seen.
You were comfortably in the lead until the cargo net. What exactly happened?
I got my feet tangled up. Couldn't get my knee out of the way. But I got to hand it to him. He came from behind. He's a good champion.
Came from behind is an understatement. Where did you get that rocket propulsion on that cargo net?
It's a secret formula, Larry. Can't tell you.
Well, you look like a nuclear scientist right now in that rig you got on. Key is in. What was the secret?
I don't know. I practiced a lot on the cargo net, and I thought if there was a chance to try to catch him, that would be it. And fortunately, I was able to catch up to him. I think Jason's going to be back in next round. We'll maybe see each other again.
Well, from an announcer standpoint, I'd certainly like to see the two of you go at it again. But right now, congratulations, because you move on to our semifinals.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mike?
Larry, get this. Kevin Weber's time in the Eliminator, an all-time best, 34 seconds.
Really?
The former Indiana Hoosier wrestling star really delighted us all, and obviously delighted himself. He's moving on to the semifinals, and certainly our congratulations go out to Jason Yao.
Easy, don't go crazy.
Well, that's it from Gladiator Arena. Coming up next week, more exciting second round action for Larry Zonka. I'm Mike Adamley saying so long.